Welcome to the International Parenting and Health Institute. My name is Mar De Carlo. I am the founder. We are a well-established international organization that was founded in 2009. We congratulate you for visiting us and inquiring about our certification programs. We are very passionate about all the programs that we offer, and it is our duty to support you in every way possible so that you can excel and succeed on your journey to helping other people. We understand that when you set out on a journey to start or expand your business, it can be overwhelming, it can be daunting, and especially if you don't have support. One of the things that defines our company, besides the quality of the programs, which I'm going to talk about in a little bit, is our support system. We provide an incredible amount of support. We ensure that you are not just left alone, while you might choose to, so we don't force you to consistently communicate with us. However, we are available as you need it. We do have live classes. We have a combination, a hybrid, where you will learn pre-recorded classes, and at the same time, you will also be checking in with an instructor, receiving support, and also receiving mentoring. What it takes. This is a topic that is so important to think about, because before you invest in any program and in a career, understanding what it takes will help you decide whether this is something that is meant for you or not. What it takes, number one, is a deep desire and a passion for the field you are pursuing. If you are pursuing adult sleep, pregnancy and child sleep, pregnancy and postpartum education, breastfeeding education, pre-postnatal nutrition coaching, or more, whatever field you are pursuing, how passionate are you about that? Why are you pursuing it? Are you adding a service to your already established business? Or is this something you are starting upon for the very first time? Having that desire, feeding that desire and passion is vital, because that is what's going to support your learning process, so that as you're learning, you're going to retain that information, you're going to be hungry for more, you're going to be applying that information as you go. But if you're half in, half out, if you're just kind of testing it out, you're not so sure, it actually might be worth your while to pause and wait. We want those of you that are ready, you're 100% in, you know 100% that this is your passion. Even if you have an established business, let's say you have a health and fitness established business and you want to add sleep services, and you are passionate about health and fitness, and you recognize that sleep has been a missing piece, and that is something you become passionate about, absolutely you can fit that into the mix. So you don't have to narrow a niche market. Each of you are going to come from different backgrounds. We have doctors, we have therapists, we have marketing experts. We have people who have come to us from all walks of life with all different skill sets, who have said to themselves, I am ready to become an entrepreneur. I'm ready to start my own business or expand my business. I'm seeking more, and I'm seeking to learn from an organization that is well established, that is international, and that provides practical application in addition to theory. In addition to what it takes with your desire and with your passion, what it also involves is ensuring you have support. Having the proper support system in place is very helpful. Even if you are a single parent, I, for example, founded this organization being a single parent. However, I ensured that I had support systems around me. Even if those support systems were over the phone and people I could turn to, those support systems were around me and kept me going, so that I knew as I was on this path, I had the people around me, or even the things around me, where they were, let's say, motivational interviews, people that I didn't necessarily connect with live. However, they have fed into my inspiration and motivation I ensured that those were there for me throughout my journey. That is very necessary for your journey as well, because when you are pursuing a business, even if you are going to be working for someone else, because we do have people that come and study with us and they're working for a wellness center, they're working for a doctor, they're working for a therapist, for example. So they don't necessarily want to start their own business, but they want to work for someone else. Even if you are, it is still important to have a support system, because when you are diving into any area where you're preparing to help others, consistently understanding what it's like to receive support and need support and personally develop is a big part of this process and what is going to enhance your skills. Prioritizing your needs and prioritizing your learning. Time management tends to be an issue for the majority of people. And the reason time management tends to be an issue is because usually people have not evaluated their time fully and have determined what it is they want to prioritize. When I meet with my clients who want me to business coach them, we evaluate how they're currently spending their time day to day. And often we do find that there are pockets, which before they did not recognize until we evaluated it, there are pockets of moments in time that they're distracting themselves, that they could actually utilize to either take space or learn more or gain the support and motivation. So it involves a restructuring. What's really great about our programs is we bring this to your attention and we help you. But before you get started, it's something good to think about. Okay, am I willing to evaluate my time as I get into this program? How's my support system? How much am I desiring this, right? These are all the kinds of things that in order to prepare yourself on this journey, because it's an investment, having these things in place and preparing for them will help you succeed. And we have a vested interest in all of you succeeding because we know how many people you're going to be helping. So the more set up for success you are, the tools that you have, the skills, then you're going to be able to help so many more people and that much better for it. So that's why we have a vested interest in supporting you. What our programs also involve is a practical application. The reason for this is because you can learn a number of things in here. You can understand things in here, but it's not until you actually put them into practice where now you're truly understanding how they work. You're able to question, you're also able to problem solve, and you're also able to build your confidence and confirm that what we are teaching works. There's nothing better than taking what you've learned and then applying it and seeing the results firsthand and saying, this actually works. This was not just some theory that we were taught. This actually works when you put it to the test. Since we launched in 2009, we have had nothing but great results for people who have sustained the work that they're doing, because everything that they do is through practical application once they learn the theory. And what is also ingrained in our programs is that part of this practical application is you working with volunteers, and those volunteers will provide anonymous feedback so that you can understand what is working with them, what is not working with them. And that also allows us to see how everything that we've taught you is working or not working, because it all boils down to the practical application at the end of the day. It's one thing to have those great ideas, but it's another to put it in practice. So we are completely vested in your practice. We also cover a number of topics that you usually wouldn't think about in a coaching program that have a lot to do with conflict resolution, what happens when you get into specific sticky situations, whether legal's involved, sexual harassment, just a number of things. These are things that when I was studying and learning in a variety of programs that I wasn't taught. And then I got into these situations with my clients, not all my clients, small select few, where I had to seek help to understand, what are my options? Where can I get help? I had someone who, a potential client who was introduced to me from a referral, who tried to make sexual advances at me and put me in a very compromising situation. I was never taught how to handle that before. It was a big shock to me. And I knew when I was developing these programs that every single thing that I had gone through, every mistake that I have made, every situation that I wish I was taught in the various programs that I had undertaken, I am going to add these to these programs so that you have the peace of mind and you are prepared as well. And we provide you also the confidence to then have that within you and also know when to reach out, how to reach out, where to get support, because we feel that that is important as well. I'm going to share now a little bit about my background. So what's the deal with Mar De Carlo? I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a nurse. So what makes me qualified to provide you these programs? Number one, I have over 25 years experience coaching groups and individuals from all walks of life. Not only do I have this direct coaching experience with them, but in addition to that, I also have management experience. So I am a people person. I've worked with people in front of the scenes and behind the scenes. And something you may not know is that doctors, nurses, they're not taught how to coach. They are taught a lot of incredible and valuable information. So I will be the first one to tell you how much I value doctors, I value nurses, I value what they offer and how many people they help. But when it comes to coaching, unless they themselves have a coaching background and has worked as a coach, they don't know much about coaching. And often in subjects like nutrition and sleep, for example, they have very little educational training. Did you know that doctors in medical school receive anywhere from 4 to 6 hours of sleep education that is centered around sleep disorders? It's not centered around sleep health, sleep education, how to motivate your clients, how to coach your clients. Now, later on, they might seek extensive training and continue education down the road, but that is not in their medical degree. That's only if they go out of their way to receive that additional training. So don't be fooled when someone uses the title doctor, nurse, legal. That's wonderful. They have a lot of value. There's no question. But when it comes to the world of coaching and how to work with people, that's a whole nother skill set that not only takes a lot of understanding and personal development, but also a lot of practice. So that is where I come in. I will tell you firsthand that I'm a lifelong learner. I will never, ever say that I know everything. I do not. I enjoy learning. I every day will listen to different interviews or different courses and take a piece of information here and there and continue my learning, because learning is lifelong. So I definitely don't know everything. But what I will tell you with that said is I have mastered coaching quite a bit. I still have always room to learn in coaching, no doubt, but I've come a long way. And after 25 years of directly working with groups and individuals, after 14 years of building this business since 2009, now we're represented in 61 countries around the world with over 3,200 graduates. We started out with 3 people in this organization. I have mastered quite a bit. And all the mistakes that I've made, my failures, the things that I did not receive that I wish I had, all of that is what I'm bringing to the table. All of that experience, all of the knowledge, because I also have over 25 certifications and trainings that I've participated in. I've participated in year-long trainings. I've participated in weekend trainings. I've participated in week, 2-week, month-long trainings. I've participated in many educational trainings. And because I also have an understanding of what works when it comes to learning and what doesn't, what sustains someone's attention span and what doesn't. I also have a creative background. My creative background is also an advantage because when you have a creative background, you also understand that play is an important and incredible part of learning retention. When we are learning, if we're learning too seriously, and if we're not in our bodies, and if we're not taking a break, and if we're not laughing, if we're not put in a small place of discomfort, then the capacity to absorb that information, you might be able to do it, but it's that much stronger when you apply play, when you involve your physical body, when you're placed in a little bit discomfort. What does that look like? Well, you get to role play. You get to role play within our programs. You have an opportunity to be put to the test and present yourself, how you would coach or consult someone else, how you would share and communicate your business to someone else and what you do. These are the kinds of things that also help build confidence in addition to increasing your learning retention as well as having fun. This is just a little bit about us. We care so much. We do whatever we can to improve upon what we do. So we take all feedback to heart. What we also include in all of our courses is a course anonymous feedback survey. So when you finish our program, you can fill that out and you can honestly tell us anonymously what you thought, what worked, what doesn't work. And this works so well for us because we then immediately get to see what's working. And what I will tell you is that I would say over 95% of the surveys that we continuously receive, especially over the last, I would say out of the 14 years, I would say over the last 10 years, have been extremely positive because we're listening. We're listening to you. We're listening to what your needs are. We're listening to what is happening in the industries, where people are evolving, what new topics are coming up, where are the controversies. And that is the very reason, because we do listen, we have a vested interest in improving and then updating, enhancing everything that we do in order to serve you best. This is how your return on investment works. So when you invest in us, this is what you're getting in return. You're getting that commitment from us. If you have any specific questions about any of the programs, you can also let us know. We are more than happy to set up a call with you. So if you have any additional questions, let us know. We can set up a call and then discuss a little bit more of each of the programs from there. Thank you so much for reaching out to us, inquiring about us, and congratulations on your journey. We look forward to supporting you in any way we can and look forward to having you as part of our international family.